It can be very frustrating when you have something like a fence in the wrong place. Here we have a prime example. This fence line is something that we really don't want. It doesn't fit with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the option to erase, and I am going to try to effectively remove this fence line. Now, it's not easy to actually get it just right. You have to take a little bit of practice with it, and you have to be really careful on how you do it. So we're going to select, as long as we've got the circle bit there and we've got that red dash, we can remove these lines. Being careful with the head slightly as well, because it's alright to erase the green, but you don't necessarily want to erase the model or the individual in the photograph's hair or head. There may also be aspects that you don't want to necessarily retain, like a huge weed back there. But the purpose of this particular video, I am just literally looking at taking it as close as I can to those people within the photograph that are there. And in the past I would have struggled with all the bits of broken weed. A lot of software packages didn't allow for that, but here we're just being really careful, just taking it to the edge on the first cut. You might end up doing more than one cut to get it to this stage, but effectively, just by being really careful, we can possibly erase, and we're going to see what happens. So in a few seconds this will complete its erasing process, and we will see how much we've got it right. There's one area that I can see that I do have a concern from on the erasing side, and that is the groom's head just touching that foreground. Now I wanted to see if this system detects that groom's head is something that can be retained. Don't want to cut the groom's head off. Don't forget, you can press to the right hand side or restore if it doesn't go correct. Now there are a couple of other areas that I would work on as well. This bit, as I say, is a concern, but this bit here obviously is going to look a bit strange afterwards. So we just see what we've got. Yeah, we've got a very slight need to come in there and potentially just restore, which actual fact works. So at this stage you can see our end result. Now I'm going to select and erase again, and I would suggest very gently, possibly with a different brush, you'd be going into that area there. So I'll select. Let's make sure that red bit comes up when selecting. We might just go in there. It's not that noticeable, but we can just touch along there slightly. And again, just very close. You might actually use a slightly smaller brush to do that, but I'm hoping that will clear the majority of our area up, and it has done pretty successfully. So there we go, that's editing the fence line out. Thank you very much indeed.